That's the market, but we gotta get downward. That was correct. So guys, this is me again, and again. We're gonna trade today. We're gonna test ourselves, the market, our experience, our knowledges. We're gonna test all of that and learn as much as we can. Let's go. And this is our favorite spot of spending our lifetime again and again. I'm so scared actually to calculate or just to see the number of all videos that I've made. And I think it's going to be the hundreds because I have 2 channels, different platforms. Sometimes I make video then delete it. Sometimes I create new channels, and that's crazy. Of course, I could actually, if I remake the channel, put the old videos, in that new channel, but my perfectionism is just like, I better make a new one. Or that's going to be more interesting because you're passionate when you are making, and you are kind of less passionate when you're just, checking the archive and just upload it again. And while I've been complaining and thinking about my life, I've chose all indicator rate of change, and the currency bears power, and the parabolic star. I think I've been using that before as many or as all strategies that we can create by that time that I've spent on it. But making that again and again is about to learn in the process than just to create something new. There is nothing new inside of it. This is just your experience and your experience. From the first glance, that's like we are rising, but I think in a minute that's going to be already falling, because you can see, and right here parabolics are helping us to see that actually that massive trend of only rising is kind of a long one, and I do expect that's going to be the change. And the rate of change giving me a tiny hope. No, it's taken back. That's just going to be like that. Let's see. So a little bit not what I expected. A lot not what I expected. But we gotta get downward just because that's the plateau, that's the peak. Oh my god, it is still rising. Can you see that? Yep, here's just a tiny. So we're just repeating the tiny pattern, I think. That's crazy. Let's make new one. This is just the reason, and I think we gotta get upward. The same expectation as the last one, as the last bat. That's the bottom, and I think we gotta be more upward. Rate of change and the bear's power now is kindly, surely, and firmly just approve what I decided. Now with the parabolic star, with all that indicators, I'm a little bit like, okay, we gotta finish that with a profit because the tendency just started. That was correct. Yes, that was the right. How about this one? The chart is crazy. Out of that chart, look at this parabolic star. That is crazy. That's a little bit complicated to understand what that's really going on. And if I'm being honest with that strategy, look at that bats. That's crazy. With that strategy, it's a little bit not like helping to understand what is going on. These indicators, I just do recommend to take different indicators. One of them is supposed to be the only line. The second one, only candles or the line into candles. That's better. I must say that indicator that I check the most, and right here in parabolic star, thanks God, just helping me, that's the rate of change, but that's a little bit reacting on the candles. But now look at the bear's power. It seems like, girl, I've been growing all of that time. Why you've been actually in doubt? Because you've been looking downward just a lot. So my expectation was that I see the chart is growing, it's still growing, and I have enough time just to catch the tendency to finish, with the profit. Because if you look at the whole chart, and maybe moving average is going to be perfect for that. And even these two indicators just showing to us, we're getting like that with the ups and downs, but the massive tendency, we rise. And right here, just the same. That's the perfect situation again. Out of that chart, out of these two indicators, bearish power and the rate of change, that's definitely that we are getting downward. Parabolic SAR still didn't react, but I think it's going to happen quite soon. They're getting downward. That's the peak. That's perfect. But in that type of situation, when it's so clean and so perfect, you could have your profit even without any indicator. Of course, you need to double check if it's short or long tendency, but anyway, with that type of beautiful peaks, clear and clean, that's just perfect. Here maybe a little bit more complicated just to beat it, but I think we're going to be rising, and that's the bottom. And parabolic SAR already started to show us that, so that's actually the real intention, of that chart to get upward and upward and upward, and that's beautiful. So when all three and even parabolic SAR indicators showing us that, of course everything can happen, but parabolics are not going to be reacting. But anyway, the tendency that it's going to get a little bit downward, but then it's going to grow. So this is what we need to know and think about, this massive tendency. And I'm supposed to just sit here with this clown face because right after you are saying, that's great, that's perfect, it's going to be so nice, it's going to be the growing, we're gonna get upward. Look at that. That's the market. But the profit, anyway, we got it. Just because even with that tiny steps, even with that tiny fallings, this is like the holes or something. We are growing. Done when it's done. That's it. If you want to know more, don't forget, right there, I have all the links that are on my chats, on my social networks, on all of that. And you can find it, you can check it, you can join it as you know it. So we're gonna get for some more, and you gotta stay tuned. This is my expression that I've been using in the beginning, and just now I'm just like, I hadn't used that for a while.